Hi, I'm Mike Tamayo.
And I'm Jim Decker, CEO of Backscatter Underwater Video and Photo here in Monterey, California.
Today we're lucky enough to have an Olympus pre-production unit of their new PT EP11 housing for the Olympus EM1 camera. Now Jim, I understand you got a chance to see this at DEMA, and now we're hands-on with it here. What can you tell me about some of the new ergonomic features of this housing?
Well, some of the new ergonomics on this is the biggest change. They've got this nice big new dial on the back for the rear dial on the camera. Very easy to reach with your thumb. There's also a zoom knob that's carried over from the previous housing, so it's similar to the zoom knob that you see on SLR housings. The shutter release has a really great feel to it. You can feel half press really good. Something that's new on this one is you've got the 2x2 switch that's on the back. This allows you to change the dial function from shutter speed and aperture over to white balance and ISO. So really great to make quick changes in the field. The other nice thing is you got this large grip on the front, makes it easy to hold on to underwater and reach all those dials very well.
Well, this camera is really similar to an SLR. It's glad to hear that the housing is following suit. Now, what are some of the features of this housing? There seems to be a lot of different stuff going on there.
Yeah, there's some great things going on here. There's a nice locking latch here. You actually have to pull the tab over and then rotate to open the rear door, so it's very easy to open, but it's not going to come open accidentally, and easy to latch, clicks into position. We got a single O-ring for the back door and for the port, so easy maintenance. There's no camera tray when you put this in the housing. The housing itself holds the camera in place, so that's very, very good. And then we also have some other features for accessories, such as fiber optic ports for strobes. There's 2 fiber optic ports here, where you have the ability to use anywhere from 2 to 4 strobes. And the flash will be in the down position when you're firing the flash. If you put it in the underwater mode, then the flash will fire in the down position. This way the housing is a little bit smaller, doesn't have to be as tall to accommodate the pop-up flash.
That's pretty impressive. Now, one big thing I've noticed here is this viewfinder. This is a new viewfinder, correct, from Olympus?
That is correct. This is a new viewfinder. It actually has an optic in there that makes it much easier to see the viewfinder on the camera. The viewfinder on the camera is very high density. It looks great, and it's about the size of a full-frame DSLR viewfinder, so it looks really good. So it's great to see that they accommodated with an expanded viewfinder in here. That's
pretty impressive. Now I noticed on the bottom there we've got 3 different mounts for a tray of some kind?
Correct. We got 3 different holes here. If you use the 2 outer ones, that'll be great for a camera tray, and so you can mount arms and strobes. And the center one is you could use that on a tripod underwater.
I know some macro shooters, they're going to be pretty happy about that. Now with the port lock system in the front, what kind of ports and lenses are we talking about?
Well, we've got the Olympus port here. They make 1 port for this system, and that'll accommodate the 14 to 42, the 9 to 18, and the 60 mm macro. It also accommodates the 12 to 50 lens. If you put it in underwater wide mode, it will zoom to go right to 12 mm, and if you put it in underwater macro mode, it'll zoom to 50 millimeters. They don't make a gear for that, so that's how you get around working with that lens.
Okay, and are there any options for some of our shooters that want to go wide or fisheye?
Yes, there's some third-party port options out there. We've got a dome for the 8mm Panasonic fisheye lens, 180 degrees of coverage. We also have a dome for the 9-18. This way you get wider angle coverage underwater and don't deal with the refraction, the 25% reduction you get with the Olympus flat port. So that'll get you a little bit wider than this one.
Oh, excellent. And for those macro freaks that have to get the tiniest little sand flea, what do you have for them?
Well, Mike, we've got an adapter that snaps onto the front of the Olympus housing. And you can put any wet-mate macro lens on this adapter, and this will snap right onto the front of it. So we usually recommend it going with the 60 mm macro or the 14 to 42, and you get better macro out of that.
Oh, that's great. It's nice to see so many options in such a small package. And it really looks like Olympus is stepping up their game to really compete in that SLR type market. Availability of the PT EP11 housing should be in the next 1 to 2 months, and we are currently taking pre-orders on this housing. As always, I'm Mike Tamayo.
And I'm Jim Decker.
Thank you for joining us. Visit us online at backscatter.com or give us a call at 831-645-1082. We'll see you underwater.